Hello guys, welcome to Open Techno. I never thought this day would come. However, today I'm going to show you a perfect projector here on the channel. And when I say perfect, I mean perfect in every way. First of all, the price. It's going to be a projector that will cost around 140 euros without any kind of discount, so we might be able to find it a bit cheaper. A projector that has 1080p resolution, a projector that is lightweight, a projector that has all kinds of connectivity. We'll even be able to do screen mirroring with our Apple devices. That's something not even high-end projectors allow. And also, the overall quality, both in terms of performance and display, is very good. So I'm telling you, it's an almost perfect projector, and I could end the review here, but let's take a closer look. So let's get on with the review of this HEYUP BOXE LITE. As you can see, this is the projector, the HEYUP BOXE LITE, a projector that fits in the palm of my hand. It's 15 centimeters wide, 12 centimeters tall, and 10 well. That's the front part. As you can see, it feels very light, and that's because it weighs only 600 grams. Its construction is mainly plastic. It's a plastic that looks appropriate for the price we're paying. Nothing out of this world. I mean, it's not a premium projector, but even very high-end projectors use these same materials. Also, in fact, we have a little bit of fabric on this front part, so it even gives a premium feel. The quality is a 10. Let me tell you that this projector is available in white and orange. The orange one is the unit they sent us to test. The one you're seeing, honestly, is nice, but it's true that if you want to keep a more minimalist look in a space or environment in your home, you can go for the white option, which is a safe bet. Just to give a quick overview. At the front, of course, the lamp, which is going to project everything for us. On the top, we're going to have a power button, and we're going to have a manual dial where we'll need to adjust the focus to see it as clearly as possible. We've seen other projectors on the channel that did this automatically, but sometimes I wasn't fully convinced. So it's actually much faster to just put on the glasses, look at the wall where we want to project, and adjust it manually ourselves. It doesn't take any effort, it's very quick, and get it just right. The power input to supply this projector is on the side, and on the back, we have the connections. The connections include a USB port in case we want to add movies, music, or even photos. With a USB, we can then play them back as media. We have an HDMI port in case we want to connect a computer, a PlayStation, or any type of device with an HDMI output, and then we also have a headphone output, through which the sound from the HDMI will also come out. For example, if we were playing something with a PlayStation, an Xbox, or something like that. It's important to mention that on the bottom, of course, we have 4 rubber feet so that the noise from the fan is dampened. It doesn't transmit vibrations to the surface where we place it, but still, very important, we have an adapter for a tripod. A tripod, for example, like the one from our camera, could work for us. Right now, I'm recording with it, but I could put it on a tripod if I want to take it outdoors or set it up somewhere. Putting it on furniture or a shelf doesn't work for me, and I don't want it on the wall, so I just use a tripod and adjust it to the position I want. Then, the air comes in through the back to cool the lamp and goes out through the right side. Honestly, the sound of the fan surprised me because obviously it makes some noise. But it's not noticeable at all once we play some multimedia content. With just a little bit of volume, the sound of the fan is completely covered. This aspect is also important, because there are projectors we've tested on the channel where the sound was much more unpleasant. In the end, it's something typical of a projector. Anyone who buys a projector already knows they're going to have this. But the fact that it's especially quiet is honestly really nice. I'll also mention that the projector comes with a remote. A very simple remote control where we have an OK button, arrows for up and down, we have volume controls, and well, in general, it's for navigating the menus a bit. It's true that the operating system, which we'll talk about a bit later, is a bit difficult to use. With this remote, especially when we want to enter the web browser, or for example the Netflix app, it seems like it's built on a web browser. And for that, I've connected a keyboard and a mouse to the USB port on the back. Well, specifically a mouse, but can we connect both? And with it, I can move around almost as if it were a computer in a much simpler and faster way, at least from my point of view. However, it's true that with other apps like YouTube, the settings and menus of the projector itself are more accessible using this integrated remote, I should mention. The software is very, very fast. We're gonna have Android 11, we'll have an update to upgrade to Android 11, and we'll have a very customized operating system, very unique to HEYUP. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. It comes with pre-installed apps like YouTube, Netflix, Amazon Prime Video, and we can install others like HBO and more. However, if we're missing something, we can later install Aptoide that lets us install all Android applications without any problem. Also on the main screen, besides being able to set up our preferred apps, for me, YouTube, Netflix, and Amazon Prime Video, we'll also have the option to select the inputs, and for example, we have a USB, an HDMI, or even open, as mentioned, a web browser. But for me, the most important point about connectivity, and what surprised me the most, was the compatibility with AirPlay. The ability to do screen mirroring from iOS devices. This is usually a feature that no projector has in this price range, for 140 euros. I was surprised because it works very well. Also, it's very simple. We take our iPhone or our computer, select screen sharing, and it literally takes 1 second to show up on the wall. And we can play all kinds of content from our device. Rotate it, the rotation works perfectly well, and the sound is transmitted through the projector. Anyway, it surprised me because very easily we can just project photos we have on the iPhone or a video from YouTube or any platform we find to install directly on the projector from the computer without any kind of cable. So here I give it a 10 because this ability to stream from Apple devices seems really good to me. In terms of performance, it has 1 gig of RAM and 8 gigs of storage to install applications. The truth is that it works well enough. I mean, it moves through the apps just fine. It's not super fast or anything, but once we play some content, it plays it without any problem. We have a 3-watt speaker which gives a decent amount of volume, but maybe this is its weakest point. With the projector, if we obviously want to enjoy a good movie, we're gonna have to connect a proper sound system. But of course, if we take it to the countryside, take it to a warehouse, and want to project quickly onto a wall, as long as it sounds good, that's more than enough. The volume, I'm telling you, is very good, but it's true that the sound quality could be a little better, but honestly, for 140 euros, I can't really complain. Let's discuss quality now. It's the most important aspect, though we've saved it for last. We have a brightness of 150 lumens, which means the bulb isn't very bright, so we'll need to be in a dark environment to see the image clearly. I'm not surprised, it's 140 euros, what more can we ask for, right? So if we want a projector that we can use in daylight, we'll have to go for something more expensive. But for 140 euros in a dark room, is it worth it? It's really good. Those 150 lumens are more than enough. Now, the quality we have is 1080p, this is full HD, and I think it's more than enough to project content onto a wall. And we can also project a screen size from 80 up to 120 inches. Imagine, for 140 euros, we can have a 120-inch TV, which is not bad at all. The video quality, well, nothing to say. I'd also give it 10 out of 10. It has a more than decent resolution. The colors are very good. I haven't found any flaws. There's no dominance towards any particular tone. It's a very good color. If I had to point out a flaw, but it's not even really a flaw for this price, is it? The appearance of an artifact might just be a problem with this unit, and the rest could work perfectly fine. But it gives me the feeling that maybe the lamp doesn't have all the quality that a projector could have. Not in terms of resolution, not in terms of colors, that's perfect, but it's true that, for example, I've seen that in one spot there was something like a little dot. A small shadow spot that even when moving it around and changing its position kept appearing, so I understand that it's probably a tiny speck of dust or something inside the lamp. It could just be this unit, but if I had to mention a flaw, that might be it. But like I said, it's a perfect projector. Now I want to know, what did you guys think about this HEYUP BOXE LITE? I'm telling you, I think it's the best recommendation I can make to someone who wants to get into the world of projectors. Do you want something cheap, very functional, and good, with lots of connectivity options? Definitely this one, but I want your opinion. Leave a comment below. What do you think of this projector? Will you buy it? And as I always tell you in the description, even though I've said throughout the whole video that it costs 140 euros, it's possible that when I upload this, there might be an additional discount, so we'll put it in the description. If that's the case, I won't keep you any longer. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. If you liked it, leave a like, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.